started running toward the backyard. They were right on my tail. I came to a fence. I found the gate. It was locked. Shoulders, who was heading the pack, was the first to reach me.
You just won't stop, will you, Mr. Snoop?
No, I guess not. I tore away from him. Ran down the length of the backyard fence, tried to find an opening. The others were coming up fast. I told myself I could never jump over that fence, but with those guys closing in, I was a hard man to convince. And the next thing I knew, I was crouching behind a couple of garbage cans in the alley. And I thought, what a fine way to die, behind a garbage can, my lifeblood draining out on some old melon rinds.
He couldn't have gotten away. He must have.
I told you to stop him. And then the footsteps passed me. My heart decided it was okay to start beating again. And then I went back to the house, and I found the old man's window. It was dark now, like the rest of the house, but the window was open a few inches. I started pushing it up some more.
Who is that?
It's me, Randy Stone. I'm coming in.
I would not advise that, young man. Really, it is quite foolish.
Yeah, nobody knows that better than I. I'd appreciate it if you didn't call for help.
Why should I?
Where's the light switch? Oh, yeah. I see you're not wearing your overcoat now, nor your gloves. You're not so cold now, huh?
No. Isn't that strange here in the house? I do not feel it nearly so much.
Yeah, that is funny.
Why are you coming toward me like that?
I want to shake your hand, Mr. Kazarian, just a gesture of friendliness.
But somehow you do not look at all friendly.
Your hand.
Surely.
I thought so. It's as warm as mine. Very nice pulse, too. What's the story, Mr. Kazarian?
Oh, you are mistaken, young man. I am dead.
How were you able to fool that doctor? Why did the undertaker swear he buried you? Why is your wife in mourning? Why was I slugged?
But these are questions I cannot answer. I'm an old man, and I'm very tired. Would you say I was impolite if I asked you to leave?
Oh, sure, I'll leave. Would you say I was impolite if I asked you where I could find the nearest police station? Because that's where I'm going.
You're not going anywhere, Stone.
Papa, I told you to holler for us if he bothered you.
I knew there would be trouble. I just knew it.
Dr. Herrick.
Life is full of trouble. Death is endless peace.
If this gets in the paper, it'll be the end of everything. Oh, and Mr. Carell of the Temple of Rest. What a spot for a chorus of Auld Lang Syne.
You keep real quiet, Stone.
Oh, that's a deal, Shoulders.
Well, I wish you would all leave. In my lifetime, I saw none of you. Now that I am dead, you crowd around me like vultures.
Yes, Papa, we leave just so you shouldn't get excited. Come, boys.
Well,
Come,
leave
boys.
me in peace. Huh? Leave me in peace.
Papa likes to sit by himself sometime. George, stop looking so tough. Nobody's afraid of you. Peter, why you just stand here and all? Go to kitchen, put up hot water for tea.
Yes, Mama. Mama? Carell, you call her Mama? Of course,
Go to the kitchen, Peter, all of you. Go. I will explain to the young man.
Perhaps I should do it, Mama.
Mama again, you too, Dr. Herrick?
Yes.
I explain, Armand. You only use big doctor words. Nobody understand. Now, all of you, go. I said go to the kitchen. And, George, the red box is some baklava you serve with the tea.
Yes, Mama.
Mama.
And you, young man, you come in here, into parlor.
Yes, Mama.
And we will close the door. Now, I will tell you everything.
So they're your sons?
Yeah. Well, fine, boys. The Papa and I, we would have liked at least one girl.
The doctor and the undertaker. Now it begins to make sense, but their names.
For their work, they said they need American names. The whole country to name Kazarian. Young man, that was a name. Meant something.
But here it's got to be Carell and Herrick, Tell me about Papa.
Yeah, excuse me. 1910, Papa and me and the kids, we come to America. Even though an old country, Papa's head of whole Kazarian clan, we come. So kids go to school. Become more than gold herders, rug merchants. And they do. My boys do. But they marry, they drift away. Soon, Papa and I are alone. And if the kids come over once every 2 months to see Papa, We think we are lucky. Imagine that, Papa Kassarian, head of whole family. And then last week, it started with Papa. I heard alarm clock go off. And I got up like I always do, sleepy, thinking, old country exists for so many thousand years without alarm clocks. Why we need, huh? Why I shut alarm clock? Oh, Papa, Papa, where are you? I hurried to the house, and I found him in the kitchen, sitting at table in overcoat. Papa, so here you are. You feel all right.
For dead man, I feel all right.
For a dead man, you should not talk like that, Papa. You got many years ahead of you.
I got eternity ahead of me. You call my sons. You tell them Papa is dead.
You feel sick, huh? I call Arman. He's a fine doctor.
Oh, woman, listen to me. I am not sick. No, I am dead. Do not call Armand the fine doctor. Call my son Peter the fine undertaker. You do as I say. Tell them Papa is dead.
Papa, this is nonsense. I've given you a complete examination. You're not dead. You're in perfect health.
You I do not need any more. Peter, you give me a good funeral. I want plumed horses.
Papa, don't talk like that. You don't need any funeral.
What am I to do? Just sit here? A dead man?
Oh, you see, boys, you see how it is, eh?
Sometimes happens in a man of his age. Might be only temporary. I think we should put him in a sanitarium.
No.
Huh?
Are you forgetting who Papa is, the head of whole family?
Mama, in his present
Also,
condition.
the old country here in America, everywhere, the Kassarians, he's the head. Oh, just think what happened if they heard Papa had gone crazy.
But we could keep it quiet, Mama.
No. News get out somewhere. It would be the end of everything.
But, Mama...
Wait, Mama's right. I've been thinking of something else.
Yes?
What about us, you and me? We've got our careers to think of.
But I told you, these things are only temporary.
All the more reason for not putting Papa away. If it's only temporary, then why can't we care for him here?
Well, I suppose we could.
Papa, where are you going?
Where can a dead man go? To walk the streets?
Don't let him out. Humor, do something, Armand.
Papa, I don't think you'd better go out. After all, maybe you really are dead, like you say. And in that case...
Papa, I'll give you a wonderful funeral. You'll see the best in town.
With plumed horses?
Yes, Papa, plumed horses, if you'll only do what we tell you. And stay in the house.
Mama Kazarian didn't have to tell me any more. They humored Papa so that he'd stay in the house, hoping his madness would pass, and his family and the rest of the clan would not be disgraced. But one morning he escaped, and that's when I met him. When he took me to his son, Dr. Herrick, and told him I was a newspaper man, the doc thought everything was about to fall apart, so he went along with Papa's madness. And so did Carell and the others. That's why I was followed. That's why Shoulders slugged me. That's why they all came to my room later to try to talk to me. I promised to keep their confidence, ate some of Mama's cookies, shook hands all around, and left. But as I was walking through the yard toward the street, a window opened.
Young man, come over here, over to the window.
Oh, Mr. Kazarian. Okay, sure.
If you keep your voice down, I don't want them to hear. But you are a nice young man. I feel in you an understanding. That is why I talked to you in the park. That is why I talk to you now.
What do you mean?
They tell you now, how I say I am cracked in the head, insane, because I say I am dead. Maybe so, but let me tell you this. For 22 years, while I was not dead, and while I was sane, I worked 12, 14 hours a day. I never saw the sun. I never had time to think, to remember the old days. Only working, work. Then my boys left me. And even my name they don't want. the name Kazarian. And then Mama and me was left alone. Yeah, that was the way it was when I was sane and alive.
So?
So, one morning I wake up and I say, okay, if that is how it is when I'm alive, I no longer wish to be alive. I am dead. Now, my sons come fast, I tell you. They say, no, he is not dead. He is insane. All right, I am too old to argue. But now that I am insane, I no longer lift even this little finger. No work, no worry. And my boys stay with us constantly, like the old days. I snap my fingers and they shiver. Yeah, today I think maybe Armand is getting too smart again, so I bring you to his office. Did you see what happens? Did you see what happened?
Well, you old faker.
So, what do you say I should do? Should I call them in and say, okay, I am not dead, I'm alive, and give up everything I got now, so they can say I am sane again? Well, should I, young man? Should I?
Oh, Papa, if you did that, that would only prove one thing.
And what is that?
Well, if you called them in and told them the truth, you'd be the craziest man alive. All this and a moral, too, huh? All right, I'll give you a moral. All Papa Kazarian wanted was not to be left out in the cold. I guess maybe that's just about what all of us want. To be needed by somebody, to be loved by somebody. And why not? Is that such a big deal? In all this cockeyed, crazy world, what else do any of us ever really have? Except each other. Copy boy... Oh, no, what am I saying? Copy boy. This was my day off, remember?
Night Beat, a new dramatic series, stars Frank Lovejoy as Randy Stone. Night Beat is written and edited by Larry Marcus and directed by Warren Lewis. Music is by Frank Worth. Papa was played by Ben Wright. Betty Lou Gerson played Mama. Others in tonight's cast were Jeff Corey, Lou Krugman, and Paul Duboff. Frank Lovejoy will next be seen in Milton Sperling's production Rock Bottom, released by Warner Brothers. Listen next week at this same time and every week as Randy Stone searches through the city for the strange stories waiting for him in the darkness. The stories that come out of the shadows to find their way into Night Beat. March is Red Cross Month. One of the most important of the many services performed by the Red Cross is its aid to our armed forces. In this country and overseas, in military hospitals, Red Cross workers, aided by thousands of volunteers, play an increasingly vital part in meeting the needs of the patient. Remember, your contribution to the Red Cross will help the men in whose hands our nation's security may rest. There's more great action-packed entertainment for you throughout the week on NBC. Other mystery adventure programs include such popular shows as Dragnet, High Adventure, and Christopher London. Now, stay tuned for Brian Donlevy as a soldier of fortune on Dangerous Assignment on NBC.